All new CBS Tonight.
So what's up? This is Frank Everything Black. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to talk about black places and high places. It means nothing without a code. We have a lot of black people that have been elected by. I don't really talk about the Republican Party because I know and you know what they're about. And other people in the industry that talks about the Republican Party. And there ain't no better than the Democrat Party. The only reason I talk mostly about the Democrat Party is this is the party that's so-called black faces in high places tell us to vote for. They'll tell us to vote for somebody like Kamala Harris. They'll tell us to vote for, we all voted for Barack Obama. We thought it was going to be a major change. That was the sucker punch. That was the trick bag. And black people, we should learn from that. Black Authority on the program the other night said that black people, still the right generations, they got theirs as far as government jobs. If you talk to anybody in the civil rights generation, that's all they was caring about was a job. A job that made just enough to buy a house and a car. They wasn't intending on building anything, no big facilities for young black Americans that was coming like me and you. That was not their concern. So as we were coming up, we was trying to navigate through all that sewer. We was getting the shit. These people left behind and they didn't give a damn. As long as they was sick. As long as they was able to get the Cadillac and the best cars and everything. Hold on for 1 moment. Let me pause this show. Sorry about that. I had to pause for a minute. But that generation, they got their government jobs. They got their nice home. They got the pension. They got their, nice Cadillac, one truck or whatever something for the wife, car for the husband. And that's how they dream to this day. Just have a car, a house. A couple of cars and a house. They didn't think about building a facility like Ford. They don't think to build, nothing to leave the generation behind them. They were just trying to get jobs with the corporation. But we had to work in those racist places. Right? So we had to deal with all that, and then we look around, we ain't got shit to give our kids, right? Because we've been trying to navigate through the bullshit that we need to learn from them. So that's why I go against the Democrat Party. I'm not for the Republican Party, but I want us to be aware of these no good Democrats, these evil Democrats. They don't care about black issues. They just want black people to vote for their issue, which is immigration, which is LGBTQ. Anything that doesn't have anything to do with black people is what they want us to vote for them for. Because we don't get anything. We get the crumbs if we get anything. And we're the number one base for these people. We should be running this shit. The Democrat Party was started by the KKK. I know all y'all know this by now. And they're doing the same thing that the KK would do. They're doing it like blindly, you know. They doing it where they're still hurting us and harming us, but they're doing it as your friend, right? Like, look at those evil Republicans over there. Don't look at the evil we do over here. We the Democrats, you know. And I noticed that Black people, when I'm talking to relatives and friends, people who love the Democrat Party, grew up on the Democrat Party, they don't see these people doing nothing evil. If you talk to somebody about the Democrat Party, they'll be like, man, look what Trump doing. But man, did you see what Trump did? They'll never say, man, these Democrats ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason, their reason for us to vote for them is because, hey, we gonna, you know, you gonna see us there. You know, we gonna be at the table. Yeah, but you ain't gonna be pushing no issues for us. You know, that's my deal. You're not gonna be pushing any issues for us. Yeah, we'll vote you in there, but you don't give us shit once you get there. You be talking about, oh, we got to deal with the immigrant. Oh, we got to deal with ICE. Oh, we got to deal with Israel. We got to deal with Russia. We ain't got time to deal with y'all right now. And y'all been doing that shit since the beginning of the country. So as a Black American, I'm saying you do not vote for anybody without the code. If they in there trying to run for office and they ain't on code with Black people, they don't know the Black code, you know, I call it the Black code. Just have a Black agenda. It makes sure that we are good. It makes us look out for B1. It makes us look out for us. It's saying, what do you want with my vote without giving me something? It requires a return for the offer. You know, it requires a return on my vote. It requires a return on my dollar. My vote, your dollars. That's what's required. When I vote for you, I'm supposed to get something. Anybody with any party that do any voting, they get something. The Republicans are getting something from Trump, the ones that voted for him. Now they over there acting a fool over there too, man. If you listen to the Black Authority, which breaks down all the Republicans dealings and going on over there, now if you really want to know what them folks are dealing with, you gotta go listen to him. He breaks it all down. Plain English, where you can understand that part over there is just as worse as the Democrats. But my deal with the Democrats is they never, ever, and Black people really just go up there and vote, and then they put a damn badge on saying, I voted. What did you vote for? If you hadn't looked around, your destruction. I mean, I go all over this country all the time, and I see where Black people slowly getting pushed out of everywhere. California had $1 billion to help the homeless down there. And then you go look at that homeless problem around California. You have people all up on the bridges, on side of bridges. I mean, in a whole community of a parking lot full of people sleeping and that's homeless, you know. But they so-called got $1 billion to help that situation. They didn't. And as far as I can see, nobody knows what happened to the money. So I'm telling black people, my black people, Foundation Black Americans mainly, if you giving, I know Foundation Black Americans are giving their votes away, not Foundation. I mean, if they know they're Foundation Black Americans, they're not doing it. But those who are unaware and are either calling themselves African Americans and older generation, man, y'all know that the Democrats are destroying black people. They're moving us around from here to there. And nobody's saying one goddamn thing about it. And y'all still going to church on Sunday, y'all still doing the Christian thing, but you're destroying the black community. And I'm so happy Jasmine Crockett didn't win. Isn't in it no more. We need to get all y'all out of there claiming black, but you ain't doing nothing for black. You're just a black face that's not on code. And Omar was saying, yeah, I know one thing is guaranteed, it's going to be a Democrat or a Republican. Yeah, sure it is. But we don't have to. I mean, we're going to get evil either way, so we don't care if it's a Republican. We'll deal with that. Before we vote you in to harm us, we'd rather watch you try to harm us. I mean, because we're going to get the same thing we've been getting. We've been getting the same bullshit from both parties for 50, 60, hundreds of years. So we have dealt with y'all since the beginning, and we know how to deal with you now. And it's all about black people getting on code. So if we get a black face in there and they ain't on code, we shouldn't vote them. And code is about what are they going to give us? We don't give our vote away anymore. So let's look at some of the black faces they want us to vote for. Check this guy out. This is about to happen now.
And welcome to MPT's coverage of the State of the State. We will bring you the governor's speech in its entirety, followed by a Republican view of the state of our state, that to be delivered by Senator Steve Hershey. This 90-day legislative session is already 4 weeks old. Lawmakers have passed bills, both chambers, reining in local government's ability to communicate, to cooperate with ICE, with federal immigration. Lawmakers also facing another $1 billion budget deficit. Last year resolved with some tax and fee increases. This being an election year, we're likely to see cuts.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all heard that. I didn't flip the camera back for y'all to see it. But this Governor Moore is probably the only black governor in the country. And on a video here in a minute, he's going to say that. But he doesn't represent black people. He just is white, and from what I understand, he's an immigrant. We are elected immigrants who look black, but are not black. You know what I'm saying? We are electing immigrants who they look black. They are not black. You dig what I'm saying? These people are faking. These people are against us. They are for immigrants. Making sure we get more of them here to boot us out, to move us out. and to get us the closest homeliness as possible. I'm asking population Black Americans to wake up. This black face in our places mean nothing without a code.
And fund transfers. We asked a number of.
We have a vision going forward about how we're going to maintain in this very challenging and difficult time.
I hope to go. What Maryland is doing to stand up to the Trump administration, back on the damage.
See, this is the first thing Black people say when talking to a guy like this. And this guy doesn't even look foundational. You can look at him, you don't look foundational. Look at what he got on. But if you don't know no better, you would think he was FBA and he's talking about Black issues. He doesn't talk about Black issues. Even the lady before wasn't talking about Black issues. He's talking about what we're gonna do for Maryland. These are Black people, and they won't say what we're gonna do about the black people in Maryland. Because if you fix Black people, what they don't understand, if you fix Black people problem, you're gonna have a better society. Black people can go to inventing and creating more things than we have now, and better things than we have now. Like we were doing in the past. We've been so downstropped, so under pressure, so struggling, trying to get this one, trying to get that bag to meet that thing. You know what I'm saying? We've been going through it, right? So it's kind of hard for us to be innovators when we're going through it. But you don't hear these people acting like they're going through nothing. When they talking about Trump, we gotta fight Trump. Fight Trump and do what? They'll throw all the blame on Trump when the Democrats had everything going when Biden was in charge. When they got Biden elected, they did nothing but open the goddamn immigration, open the border. That's all they did. Listen to these people.
A number of legislators what they would like to hear the governor address today.
I mean, I'd like to hear him say that he's actually cut a lot of the over-regulation, the over-fees, registration fees that people will have car payments on, or adopt some meaningful your registration fee now, but there's no benefit in it because it's the exact same price. So it's not working. Black focus on as servants and state employees of our communities.
What I hope to hear from the governor next week is what I've heard every year, which is, again, about the power specifically, what are we doing in our neighborhood? I really hope that we have a vision.
See, when Black people talk, they're talking about, she never says Black communities. But that's the down part of our community, the black side. We have to fight our way to whatever we're trying to get to. Even the coons got to fight their way to whatever they're trying to get to. So it's a fight no matter what on the black side. You on this side, it's a fight no matter. And seems like she's afraid to say it. Most black people are. This lady look like she's foundational, but I don't know. And just because we see a black face don't mean they for us. But she never mentioned black communities. She mentioned our communities, unemployment. I'm pretty sure she's talking about the black community. Because when these governments need money, they have no problem coming up with money for immigrants and LGBTQ issues and Asian issues. Anybody in the world issues but black issues, they can come up with money for. We seen them do it. So they can't say they don't have the money.
Going forward about how we're going to maintain in this very challenging and difficult time.
I hope to hear from the governor what Maryland is doing to stand up to the Trump administration, to fight back on the damage.
This brother down and look like the other guy that's in Congress. He's trying to get the Speaker of the House if Trump lose 2 or 3 seats or something like that. Instead, the other guy name, his name slipped my mind right now. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He sound like him and look like him. This guy's name is Arthur Ellis. He's a Democrat senator. So, once there's another guy in a high place, black face in a high place, he's a senator. I ain't talking about Westmore, I'm talking about the other brother. I can't think his name. But he's also a senator over, he's one of the majority leaders over there for the Democrats. Man, I talk about, Hakeem Jeffries. This is a Hakeem Jeffries type Negro here. I know he ain't no full-blown FBA. This guy really don't look like him. And I always told y'all, you can't trust a dude with a bald face like that. And he got this African thing wrapped around him. So I know, FBA, you're not gonna wear no shit like that. So that let me know right there that he off code.
That they are trying to do to Maryland. I must say that last year there was a major flood in Western Maryland, and Governor Moore asked for
the reason why they ain't getting their funding is because he refused to give up to help. The Trump administration refused to give funds to the immigrants. So the Trump administration is blocking everything. And because this governor voted against keeping the federal government funds from going to the immigrants, right? Trump now is refusing to fund immigrant issues. So they holding back federal funds. So now Maryland have to bear all this pain because they won't give money to the immigrants. They want to give funding to their immigrants. They need funding to not only fund whatever building issues and flooding issues they got, they need funding for immigrants. So they rather cause their people to suffer this flood issue instead of taking the funds and not giving them to the immigrants and give them to the U.S. citizens who they need to go to. So this governor is going against what Trump is saying, and he's using the black card to do it. He's saying the only reason Trump won't give money because he's black. He's the only black governor. That has nothing to do with it. They want to fund immigrants. They want to put money in immigrants. And the Trump administration is against that. So therefore, they're not getting federal funds to fix their flooding issue or their immigration issue. Let's get on down the road here.
Emergency declaration. The Trump administration said no, we will not declare a state of emergency in Maryland, and we will not pay for the damages. So right now, a lot of that damages are in the budget for this year to compensate, to really fix a lot of the infrastructure in Western Maryland.
I know that he and his administration understands the crisis that Maryland is facing. Due to Maryland is unforgivable. They are totally
As Democrats, they don't tell you the whole truth. They're not doing it because they want to take most of those federal funds and fund immigration, the LGBT thing. See, they ain't just got nothing to do with they holding back the money because they don't want to help the citizens of Maryland. They want to help the citizens of Maryland. They don't want to help the illegal citizens of Maryland, like the government. What you doing, man? Let's move this point. I just wanted y'all to see that part. Let me get to the part where he talked. Get to that part.
Committee frequently to not have a schedule. Governor Moore signaled the importance of this issue when he testified on that hearing.
Make no mistake, is political redlining.
And in his presentation to members of the House Rules and Executive address that.
And it is not lost to me that I am the only black governor in this country, and only the third elected black governor in the history of this nation. And Donald Trump and J.D. Vance and their allies in the states that he suggested are doing everything in their power to silence the voices and trying to.
So you see, he bringing up this race thing that he's, the reason why they're doing it because he's on about. Now, that might be true too, but here's the thing. You don't represent us, you represent the immigrants. You represent the LGBT. You represent everything that is black. Code shows that you go against the code, we see it. We're not gonna vote for you. So stop it. That's what they do. They use the race card to get us invoked into it. We're not in. You can use that all day, but this what we gonna do. We looking at you and we putting you up against the code. Or black first, doing everything for black people that you can. Are you making sure we get checks? Are you looking out for us? Are you making sure the policies get passed for us? Okay. You're not on code. And the black citizens, they were trying to get a reparation bill done there. And he voted against it. and the black citizens appealed the vote. So hopefully everything goes through later on, but the black citizens there were against him. So handcuffs to the black citizens. Thank you for being on code. So that's what I'm saying. We got black faces. Our faces means nothing without the code. So let me go on. Y'all check this out. Let's go to this. Get this crap.
So are you gonna run again in 28?
Many things, but not being settled. Listen, I'm thinking about it, but let me say this. Let me say this.
Black people, it's just sad, man. And I know this is like the smallest percentage of black people that are sitting at home and getting out of this shit. I mean, they gotta have most of them are black sisters, probably at a black college. I mean, they at the, it used to be the Black Action Network or something like that, but now it's the National Action Network. Like I say, they shouldn't have nothing to do with black people because they're not acting for black people. They're acting like black people, but not for them. Show me a bill, a legislature that they ever did that pushed for something that helped black people and benefited us as a whole. But wait, if somebody got that information, please send it to me. My number is 682-804-80. My number is 682-804-4395, and so reach me at frankblaney44@gmail.com. Send me the information if y'all got it. But this is ridiculous, man. Sisters, y'all need to be aware of who y'all just throwing y'all votes to. Y'all throwing us out there into the woods. Y'all have no idea of the agenda of these people. They don't have a black agenda. The only agenda they have is to replace you. And y'all sisters are not paying attention. This is bad for us. This is very bad for us. Please, sisters, pay attention to this. Don't just go and throw your vote at these people and give it away for them to push you. Look at your communities. It's not even, most of it not even black no more. You got a bunch of Mexicans, Latinos in there now. And eventually it's gonna be more. And next thing you know, we're on the outskirts of town looking in. All homeless. This is getting serious. You guys, the longer you vote for this Democrat Party, which you know was started by the KKK, you should know that their agenda is to destroy you. So, all right. What else did I have to say? This, okay, let me do this. Y'all listen to this brother here. I just heard him a few minutes ago here. Check out what he had to say about Roland Martin.
Position. And what stood out wasn't just his criticism, it was his framework. Because instead of conversation to who's black enough and who's not. See, that matters because one answered the real question. See, the real question is simple. Roland or any other black person who feels the way Roland feels, if the conditions affecting Black America are still the same or worse in some cases, what is producing a different result. Let's stay there. We don't have to go nowhere else. All the other foolishness you were saying, let's just stay with policy for Black Americans. Not what Trump is doing. Because Trump is doing is, what is valuation?
Now, this brother was right on point with that. And if you go to Twitter, there's a guy named Melrose, or you can go to Melrose Radio and you can hear him, how he conducts himself in front of the NAN. I want to put that on here. You know what I'm saying? To make sure that you know that this man is saying exactly what us as Black Americans are saying. Foundation Black Americans saying. This guy just put in a legitimate thing. Let me hear what he said just now one more time. Let me let him repeat that. Back it up a little bit.
In some cities, then what policy approach is producing a different result? Let's stay there. Nowhere else. Who's black enough? Let's just stay with policy for Black Americans, not what Trump is doing, because Trump is doing for what people he represents. What's people doing that's supposed to represent Black America? Now, that's not ideology, that's an evaluation.
Now, that's the code right there. What is the people doing that's supposed to be representing Black people? What's the policy? Like he said, let's get right down to the nuts and the nitty gritty. That's the most important thing. You have Black people voting for Democrat parties who don't even know the issue, don't even know what they're fighting for. Just because your grandmama told you to vote for the Democrat back in the old days, you still running up here voting for these people, and they have a whole different agenda against you. They have the same agenda, but you're not aware of it. You just throwing your vote over there and then putting on a goddamn badge to say, I love to vote. Something is wrong with you. But it's one thing I'm gonna have to find. Y'all gonna have to give me a minute. I'm gonna end this program once I find this. So I think I can put it in right here. Okay, this is the part I want y'all to see. Hold on, let me go back there. I don't know why the National Action Network put this man on right here, knowing that he's in a wheelchair, he could barely talk. This is like embarrassing. This is like, it ain't wrong for a guy to be disability if they able to get up there. What I'm saying is, it was like an inside joke or something. I mean, I didn't think this was funny to put him up there. They shouldn't have put him up there. Let me bag it up a little to show you what I'm talking about. They know goddamn well that man shouldn't have been up there. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Thank you, Deacon Anthony, for that. Step up briefly. We have to get going in one moment. Step up, tell us your name, and briefly, what's on your mind?
Hey, yo, as I look around this room, if you're 35 years old or younger, raise your hand. Four people. So here's the thing. Y'all in we need a secretary that's going to include what he said was reparations. Which, by the way, wasn't reparation more than a check, but the very first thing it is a check. And come this year, during the term in 2020, you don't have our check, you won't get no vote. No check, no vote. Yeah, I know that ain't what you want to hear, but that's what's happening. All of y'all in here, but you're old. You're not talking to the youth. You don't know how to.
Come on. Yeah.
Anybody. Biden is a racist. Trump is a racist. Kamala is a racist. And if you don't have our money, you don't get our vote. Yeah, not. Who are you? Oh, all right, yes. So like I was saying, I'm going to land my plane. Republicans, no check, no vote. Y'all take care. And somebody get my man a tissue. He need a tissue.
Thank you. First, let me clarify something. There are.
Okay. See, they always got a coon. This is a coon. This is what I call, when black people say the word coon, this is what we mean by this guy right here. They got many young players. I'm one of them. You just one of them. And you leading up the wrong tree. Look at all these black old women. They're getting something for their vote. They're in the national network. They're getting a check. Somebody providing them with donation money to say and pull out the bull crap that they say. Right? These people are getting paid back here. He getting paid for standing up here looking like an idiot. But we as Foundation Black Americans are against NANA, against any programs that don't support Black agendas. We are against the Black networks that don't support the Black agenda. I'm gonna land my plane from you.